This is your first day here, your first time seeing me. My name is Etta, mystic healer, intuitive, and spiritual life coach. Today, we're going to get into the message that Spirit has, like the pre message that Spirit typically has. But before we get into that, I pray that these messages find exactly who they are supposed to find and they are able to receive it with an open heart and an open mind. I pray that every negative energy sent my way or to the way of the collective is instantly transformed, transmuted into power, peace, and blessings. Ashe. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for that long awaited thing, that long awaited prayer, that long awaited manifestation to finally manifest into your life? As I was meditating on the collective's energy before clicking go live, right? And we are live in both places. One of the biggest things that came out is for a lot of you, there's some long awaited dream, some long awaited prayer that is about to be answered, and it's about to be answered abundantly. For some of you, you have someone in your energy who hasn't been able to stop thinking about you. This goes back to that Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, or Pisces that we've been picking up all week. By the way, today is June 24th, the feast of St. John. If you know, you know. And if you want to know, just ask questions, right? Making it a 6 day, and six is the number of balance, the number of harmony, especially when it comes to domestic situations. It's also the day that is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet that rules over Gemini. Whoever has been in their head about what they said to you, what they did to you. This could be a lover. It could also be like a supervisor or employer. Somebody that knows they did you wrong is coming in to right their wrongs. You've been asked repeatedly this week to open up your heart, open up your mind, and be open to the communication you receive. Just use your discernment because Mercury is about to station retrograde. We are in the retrograde shadow phase. This is why so many people have been in their head, in their thoughts, in their feelings. I'm hearing the minute that you got out of your feelings about a specific situation, somebody got into their feelings over you and trying to make things right by you, trying to manifest a new beginning with you. Do not forget, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, right? We have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, but the Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, Earth energy, is determined to get the job done, is determined to accomplish the mission by any means possible. So, for those of you who have an ex coming in, they're going to be determined. And I'm hearing highly motivated. This is the same person we picked up in the readings that's going to pull out all of the stops to make sure when they pop the question that you say yes, right? They're trying to do everything to stack the odds in their favor, right? And I almost said your, right? For some of you who are dead set about not taking back that person, you might, you might want to reconsider, right? Trust your intuition, trust your discernment. Just make sure it's your intuition yelling at you and not your ego or your hurts or your pain. This is like the pre-collective message. We're going to get into the general message and then we're going to get into the T for the specific signs. I'm going to come back to that word fine that wanted to pop out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For some of you, this person that's been deep in their heads, they can be a Libra, but somebody who knows that they did you wrong. And for the collective that's here now, it's coming up as a friend or a lover. They've had to pay some cosmic fine. They've had to pay some cosmic restitution. This is probably the same person that lost it all in order for them to come into the realization that they were walking and moving outside of their spiritual purpose. Now that they've quote unquote learned their lesson, they're coming back in to do right by you. They're coming back in to do the right thing, not just to absolve themselves of their sins, so to speak, or to make themselves feel better, but this is someone that genuinely wants a second chance with you. If you had to go to court for this person, if you had to. If there were like public outbursts of disagreements, arguments, very heavy arguments, that message isn't for you. Okay, maybe you'll get another message, right? Especially when we get into the messages for the sign. But this is someone that kind of, the relationship either stopped abruptly, the person ghosted you and left you with more questions than answers, but it was peaceful. There wasn't any arguing, there wasn't any and you did this and did that. If that's your story, you are better off preparing for somebody new. But if somebody just ghosted you and just disappeared, that's the one that's coming back. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective needs to know on this beautiful Wednesday, right? Especially with Mercury being the planet of communication. What do because those wanted to come out, but we're going to stick them back in to see if they come back out. What else does the collective need to know? And please feel free to put any thoughts, any feelings, any reactions you're having in the comments. And once I'm done channeling, I'll get to your thoughts and your comments. If you'd like a personal reading, just head over to Dream 711. Let's get one from here. Holy Spirit, make sure all of this is in view. What else does the collective need to know on this beautiful Wednesday? I love this vantage point because I'm looking at my window and I love how loving my neighbors are to one another. I keep reminding you guys that you have that type of relationship coming in, that type of relationship coming in with somebody that genuinely wants to grow old with you, and that genuinely, they may have fumbled you, but they genuinely want to make things right. You're going to do what you want to do, but your guides are encouraging you to at least give them a chance to make things right. Give them a chance, because I'm hearing very clearly a masculine say, I just want her to give me an opportunity to put a smile on her face. I miss her smile. Who has somebody? Because somebody just entered the live with heavy, heavy energy. You don't even realize it. You don't even, or maybe you do, right? Maybe you're seeing your person's birthday. You're seeing other things that remind you of them. That's the one who's been talking to their coworkers about you and trying to get all types of advice on how to come back and make things right with you. Some of you, you are in a relationship that's going pretty well, but your person is asking older people in their family that are around them at work for advice on how to make things better, how to show up as a better person, a better spouse, a better lover for you. We're under heavy, heavy energy of change, I'm picking up. Last but not least, let's get a kipper. Ooh, okay, well, that was clear. Let's get anything else does the collective need to know, Holy Spirit? And please be kind in the chat, right? These messages aren't for everybody, right? We only pray for good vibes for those who are here. So you start your day. This one did a little Michael Jackson move, right? So you start your day off on the right foot. Again, any negative energy is automatically transmuted into blessings, peace, joy, and prosperity for the collective. Ashe, I pray that everyone here receives a clear message about their situation, clear guidance, so they can move in the right direction and claim what's rightfully theirs. Ashe, let's start with these lovers, right? That's coming out, crossing whatever it is underneath. You heard me say it, and I'm going to say it again and again and again and again and again and again until we reach the point where we have actually had enough lovers come together, a love, enough twin flames, soulmates, kingdom partners come together that are truly in love to raise the vibration of the planet. During this Mercury retrograde cycle, right, you're going to have that person come in, you're going to have that person spill out their heart. Some of you, you are already fine in your relationship, and some random ex is going to show up. Hear them out to close that chapter for good. We heard this in yesterday's message. Hear them out and know how you're going to proceed once and for all. Not just for your sake, but for the person's sake, and to really end that energy. Some of you can't show up in love, can't attract that right partner because you still hold beef with your exes. You're still angry about what so and so did to you years ago. And we heard that yesterday. So, this is your reminder, or if you're hearing this for the first time, to let it go. Forgive who you need to forgive, because forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. You know this, we've said this. What's stopping you from doing it? It's clarifying. Ooh, morning. Aw, aw. Water sign, Taurus, air, water sign, maybe an air sign, but heavy water sign, heavy earth sign, specifically Taurus. You have someone desperately, they're the one in the energy of just wanting to see you smile again, right? Ooh, this is an oldie but a goodie. When Will I See You Smile Again by Belle Biv DeVoe, I think. Tears I see drop from your eyes, tell me why you cry. This is, as I'm getting goosies, like you have someone deep, 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 deep in regret about fumbling you. You have someone that is, as this beautiful morning dove just appeared out of nowhere, it is staring at me, confirming that this is someone who is so, so sorry. You might be feeling, oh, they never do that. Oh, they never, but you might have all these negative feelings and attachments. And, that's your right. Some of you, your person put you through some pretty messed up situations because they were moving from ego, because they were listening to the karmas, because they were trying to be the same person that they were told that they grew out of a long time ago, right? Trying to keep up with the status quo, right? Trying to protect their heart. And in the process of doing so, broke yours. And they've cried real, real tears over you. This is someone that not only misses the bedroom tango, right? But they miss your company. They miss your vibe. They miss your energy. They miss your advice. They miss the way that you used to just hold them, and not just in the physical sense, right? The sense of holding space. Like you're like the first person that ever truly heard this person, saw this person, was there for this person without really wanting anything from them. That's what they miss the most. This is why they're in deep, deep mourning. Going back to that Four Swords that we saw come out in the pre-message, this is somebody that's in deep, deep regret. And though you might want to curse them out, you might want to tell them about themselves, you've been getting this message because it keeps coming out. Don't make them suffer twice. Yes, they made you suffer, right? On accident, on purpose, we don't know, right? You want to know, get a reading. But your guides are really asking you to let that go. Not to discount it, not to condone it, not to pretend like it didn't happen, but to get over it so it can stop impacting you. When you're holding on to the hurts of past relationships, whether that relationship ended a year ago or a decade ago, it slows your money, it slows your success, it slows your peace in a very insidious way. You don't even realize this is happening because it's like, that random window that opens up on your computer, if you have a Windows computer and you can't tell where the music is coming from and it slows down everything else? That's what holding on to hurt does. Let it go. Some of you have been asked to get into therapy. Some of you have been asked to get into working with a spiritual advisor who can help you navigate your journey of healing. Your person's going on it. We heard yesterday some of them have gone on some type of retreat. They've done some type of action to figure out who they are, what's their purpose, and why they desperately want to make things right with you. Do your best because some of you are still like, nah, and I don't know about all of that. I'm just, if they come to me, I'm gonna. Calm down. It's too early for all of that, honestly. Calm down, right? Remember, like, the reason why they say forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you, because forgiveness is the only thing that lets you be free, that breaks the spell, that releases the shackles that kept you tied to the pain that's causing all of this other nonsense to accidentally manifest in your life because you're vibrating at a lower frequency, much lower than you're supposed to be. Some of you, it just clicked. Like ever since you've been and not released that person, life has been funny. Your money has been funny. The lovers you attract now are doing the same nonsense. Your biggest lesson in the moment was the lesson of forgiveness. True forgiveness, mind, body, and soul being unaffected by their nonsense. And that takes work. It sounds good, right? It feels good to say, but that actually takes work. Next, we have, because that was a mouthful, Aquarius energy with this heads up. Confirmation that there's somebody coming in with their confession. Going back to the morning dove, right? I would have flipped the camera, but since we have these two phones going on situation, I didn't want to drop one. So once it's set up, I try not to touch the phones. But morning doves, they mate for life, right? Like swans, right? And other creatures, right? The world card, unexpected income. For some of you, you're going to think this person is love bombing you. They're not. This is part of their I'm going to do anything to get the collective back. I'm going to do every and anything to make sure a smile stays on your face 24/7, 365. I'm going to do my best, especially if they are a Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Gemini, because that's been heavy, right? Heavy on the Aquarius. There's somebody who felt like a secret, felt like your person really didn't broadcast you, really didn't post you, and you're in your feelings about it. Get out of your feelings. They're not keeping you a secret, they're keeping the relationship private while they navigate cutting connections to karmics and people that would interfere with their happiness. They're, they may not be going about it in the best way, but this is your person's way of protecting you and the relationship that you're building. The emphasis on getting back with the person that's in deep regret, for those of you that resonate with that particular part of it, you know exactly who's been mourning over you, over the loss of you. You know exactly who has been crying tears over you. Like it hurts this person to their soul, like their heart physically aches for you. You know who that is? The minute you guys get back together, both of you will experience all types of financial windfalls, blessings. It's going to be like the universe is throwing you a huge party and throwing every good thing it possibly can at you. A lot of you are realizing that this partnership, this relationship is tied to your happily ever after, right? Not just in the sense of love, but in the sense of peace, security, and stability. Some of you, you might have someone coming in that's going to love bomb you, but this unexpected income And the world, especially coming out together, feels like somebody that's going to pour every single thing that they've got emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, to make sure they never fumble you again. Oh, I can't wait till we get to the individual messages for the signs. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially on YouTube. We're trying to make the YouTube numbers match the TikTok numbers. Next, we have Loves Me Not, Page of Pentacles, and the House now crossing harmony, right? Speaking about today being a sixth day, right? Some of you, if your person is born on the 31st or the 13th of any month, they've gone on walks. They've left work in the middle of the day. They have left outings with friends because they just didn't want to be there if they wasn't there with you. Right? I literally see a masculine sitting in the duck pond, sitting at the duck pond, right? Just like wondering how they were so silly, how they were so stupid to let go of their biggest blessing. Some of them may have actually did the she loves me not, right? With the flower petals, right? You got somebody that has it bad, real, real bad for you, right? And they're coming out of this Page of Pentacles energy, right? This childish energy, this doing enough energy, and they're showing up as a new way. Some of you have gotten a reading about a new lover coming in. It's your old person showing up as they're higher, much improved, ascended, did the work on themselves, and continues to want to grow self, to restore the harmony, the balance, the peace, the beauty. What's that song? Folded. The beautiful thing about that song, Folded, it's really saying, here's your last opportunity to come and make things right, right? It's cold outside, but it's not frozen. The door is still open. Promise me, I just want how you loved for me from the start. Somebody that came in and it was perfect from the beginning, they realize they should have never let that go. They should have never stopped loving you how they started loving you. Because since then, nothing has worked out for them. They've been unstable at work, unstable. Well, how can they work? How can they be productive when all they can think about is you? How can they be productive when all they can do is their whole day, every waking moment is trying to figure out how to make it back to you? So the question stands, are you ready to take back this person? Are you ready to be loved the right way? Or are you going to keep your guard up? Or you're going to still judge them and see them as their former self, not the new self that they are working so hard to become now? This is not everybody's message. This is for a small, select handful of you, even less than that. My goodness, even when this person goes to sleep, all they do is dream of you. And even when they stop themselves, like they wake themselves up, they go right back to sleep and go right back to the dream of you. Give them a chance. Hear them out, right? Because if you were really done with them, the clothes wouldn't be folded, right? You would have just thrown them out on the lawn and that be that. This relationship isn't over unless you really want it to be. That's your decision. But know, right? Receive the heads up that this is someone who may not have known how to love you. They may not have had a good example of how to love. And maybe they weren't interested in learning until they met you. You have changed this person forever. They might be with somebody else. They might even say they love somebody else. But the space that you occupy in their heart is a forever piece of real estate. Nobody, past, present, or future, will ever have access to this person's heart the way that you do. Just remember that. If you decide to walk away, remember this person, they may not be perfect, but they're going to love you with every single thing that they have if you let them. Next, we have ferti- fertility. Because this, you know what this looks like, right? I mean, I don't even know if it's safe. But it says fertility, and we're going to go with that, okay? Social media censors. Mm-hmm. With the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you, yeah, they want that family with you, right? They want to have a little boy or a little girl with you, right? Blend the families. But some of you, outside of wanting that physical family and wanting to give birth and wanting you to be, and that came out yesterday, right? They know that you are the key, especially if you are a high priestess or you're somebody that's just interested in the occult, right? You have a whole treasure trove of esoteric knowledge. You are a daughter of Ochosi. Mm. You are a daughter of Ochosi. They bring that up because we know Cardi B is a daughter of Ochosi, and we've seen her manifest her life in real time. And these men that come across, she's like an opportunity to for them to supersize, pro max their career if they do right by her or have their situation go the other way, right? Because really look at it, right? After doing her wrong, you see how life worked out for them. She comes with a set of blessings that you really can't pick up anywhere. You can't buy, you can't purchase, right? You could try, but you're either born with it or not. She gives birth to not only her dreams, but the dreams of everybody that truly loves her. You have that same ability, and your person knows that. They know that you're the key to their financial stability, to their abundance, to their wealth. Going back to that power couple, they know this. And they don't want to just use you for your supernatural gifts or your talent or your covering or your prayers. Some of you, once you get on your knees and start speaking in tongues, you shift timelines for people. Just by you petitioning, things shift in a supernatural way because of your rank in the spiritual world. This person at first was like, yeah, okay, right? What does that even mean? But now going on that spiritual journey, taking that spiritual trip, they're understanding that this relationship is ordained from God, is divinely written because you guys serve a divine purpose. They say healers need protectors, and this person knows that they are supposed to protect you physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, mentally. They are supposed to be your soldier and help you build this empire. And they could forfeit that because who wants to sign up to be a soldier? They have every single right to do that, right? But they also forfeit the abundance, the prosperity, the wealth, the success. Some of them, they're running out of time to make things right with you because you still have a divine mission. You still got things to do outside of this person. You still have to answer your own calling. If they can't be the protector, you will be sent somebody else that is up for the job, that is up for the work, and they will pour into you and they will shower you with love and affection and protection and guidance and be a good steward of your love. Some of you are going to hear from that person today with this message card. Like they're going to reach out to you eminently. They've tried in the past. They have picked up the phone, almost hit send on your name, right? Started typing out this long text message and then just hits delete. They won't be able to help themselves today. There's a sacred truth coming from the horse's mouth itself coming in today. Please make room for it. You're going to do what you want to do. Some of you are still very much in your feelings. I pray that you get out of it. I wish that you get out of it. And at least forgive this person if you're not going to take them back. If your journey ends, okay, cool, it ends. Just don't look back. Do not look back. Okay? Okay. We're going to get into the messages for the signs and the tea you need to know about your specific situations. Again, we're not doing personal readings on the live. If you'd like a personal reading, head over to Dream 711 to book your session. Those of you that are in limbo and wondering about somebody doing this or doing that, your guides are asking you to let it go completely. Let it go completely. Take your hands off of everything. Don't think of this person. Don't text them. Don't send them a bunch of paragraphs asking why they did this and why they did that. That information is going to come to you within the next 6 to 8 weeks. Let it. You're at the point where you have to detach and get out of your feelings so your person can go through this process, right? Get into their feelings, get into their realization that they fumbled the best thing, the greatest thing to ever happen to them. So let it go. Show yourself that you are, prove to yourself that you are capable of releasing it, right? So it can be either replaced with something better, one way or another, right? And help you on your healing journey. So we're going to get to the What's the Tea deck. So let me give this a quick shuffle for the collective. Thank you so much for spending this part of your morning, your afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, with Spirit, Me, and the Soul Tribe. If you're watching this on the replay, feel free to comment your questions about anything that comes out. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective, what is the tea the collective needs to know about the person or their situation or anything else going on in their life according to their sun, moon, and or rising sign? And if you miss any part of the live, you could just go back to it, right? This will be posted on YouTube right after, like literally right after. As soon as we hit end, it's immediately available. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Wednesday? And of course, I will be getting to your comments in the chat. All right. Starting with Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. And to all the Geminis still celebrating, we love you both. Cancer, your message, that Nine of Baskets, that Nine of Cups. So you're one of the first people. You're either a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, or your person is a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. We heard heavy water energy with the messages that were coming out. This is somebody that is coming in to pour into you, to love on you, to be there for you, to honor you, to cherish you if you let it. Now, what's the tea that you need to know about the relationship that's on your mind? Unbothered. So you're the one who's doubting. The one that has the biggest blessings, the one that's like, you know what? Yeah, reconsider. We know you got your own, and it feels like you have a lot of beautiful things going on, and you don't want this person to disrupt your peace. I get that. But this time, and only take what resonates, they're not coming to disrupt your peace. They're coming to add to it, if you let them. Leo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Hierophant. First and foremost, don't feel like you have to do anything. Don't feel like, oh, this should be going this way and I should be doing this and I should be doing that. Shift your focus on growing your intuition, thickening, ripening, deepening your connection to Source, your connection to the Most High. Your words in general, are more powerful than you realize. Make sure they are aligned, the things that you are saying, the things that you are joking about, right? Especially those of you who feel like, oh, the dating pool has pee in it and men on this and women on that. Get out of that narrative. If you truly want love, if you truly want partnership, speak life into it. Because it feels like you've been teetering on between love doesn't exist and I think it would work out. I think it would. Pick a space and know that anything you think of, anything you speak of, will manifest into your reality, dearest Leo. What's the T? Creativity. It's another confirmation, right? I'm not going to focus on all of this right here. Energetically speaking, using your words to create the life that you want. What's your vision of love, Leo? You hear me talk about it all the time. I've been talking about it since the past 4 years. And what's the favorite song? Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. Have you listened to it? Have you put pencil to paper about, dear God, my perfect relationship consists of a person that is da 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 da, that makes me feel da 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 da. Every time I see them, da 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 da. I hear da 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 da. It tastes, because you're going to use all your five senses to immerse yourself in the feeling of this creation. That's how you manifest, not just love, but any and everything in your world. Okay? Okay. Virgo. Sun, Moon, and or Rising with this Justice card. Justice has been coming out a lot in the readings. You have somebody coming in that wants to make things right, that wants to right their wrongs. What's the T? Oh, aha. It's the person. They could be a Libra moon. You could be a Libra moon, right? Because that's coming out heavily. This was somebody in the playgirl, playboy energy that felt like money over, right? Felt like being the life of the party, not letting people get too close, not letting people into their heart, and then you came along and changed all of that. That's the person that's coming back, and it feels like they're leaving this party lifestyle behind them. Whether or not you take them back, they have to leave the party lifestyle behind them. This is someone that probably should have left this lifestyle 5, 10 years ago. Feels like they're in their 40s or their 50s, late 30s maybe, where it's taking a toll on their health. And they're realizing that none of it was worth it, especially since it caused them to lose you. Libra, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Four of Wands, which is one of the cards that represents twin flame union. It represents the 1111 portal when we look at it in traditional tarot. This is someone where it said in the beginning of the reading or some point at the reading that really wants to put the work in to make sure that you want for nothing, wants to be that protector, that provider, not just make promises, but make good on their promises. This is someone, I don't know who was here for the reading that we got. October, November? You guys may have broken up around that time. And when there was this conversation about taking a train ride across the country to get to know each other again without distractions, this time around, the message is coming through that this person is going to want to take you, especially for the summer. They want to make like every weekend, every other weekend, as many weekends as you can get time off for, to fly away somewhere where it's just you two, right? To restore the balance, to restore the communication, to get to know each other, the new versions of each other. And this time, do it the right way. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Two of Knives, which is the Two of Swords. You have a decision to make. Are you going to take that person back, or not? Are you going to hold space to hear them out or not? Are you going to forgive them? For the person with Scorpio placements, or your person has Scorpio placements, and you were wondering, oh, is Edit talking about me? Should I give them a second chance? Hear them out, forgive them, and then move on. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or rising with the Four of Knives, which is that Four of Swords that came out in the beginning. You could be a Sag rising, your person could be a Sag rising, because that's coming out heavily. But this is your person that's been deep in their head, deep in their feelings, trying to figure out how to make you smile again, try to figure out how to be in your good graces again. Literally doing the research, getting to, making evil? If you know what that is, put it in the chat because I'm hearing making EBBO. Oh, that's different. It feels like some type of prayer or sacrifice. Not like an animal sacrifice or anything crazy, but a petition. Oh, oh, okay. So the Cardi B Ochozi reference, you being the key to this person's abundance, peace, leveling up, happily ever after, them being your protector. That part was about you, right? About if you're Sagittarius, um, rising, or your person, right? Not so much the sun or the moon, Sag, but take what resonates. But this is coming in heavy, so it has to be for either one of the viewers on TikTok or one of the viewers on YouTube, especially if you immediately knew what the word, if I'm saying it right, Igbo is. But this is someone that has petitioned the Orisha of their head, which might be Ochosi. They've gotten divination, they've gotten work done, and they've made a sacrifice in your name. They made a now that brings me to tears. I don't know who it is, but this person has not only made a sacrifice in your name, they made a sacred promise that if you took them back, they would do everything in their ability to want for anything. Now, I know a little bit about the Orishas. I'm a child of the Loire, I'm a Sevite, and I know there are parallels. But what they're showing me is that once you, whatever they petition, whatever they said, once you make that level of petition, you use your words and say, I promise, it's a sacred seal that lasts until DEATH do you part. And if this person should fall short on that promise, there is HE double hockey sticks to pay for it. Like they're not only feeling the wrath of regular, degular karma, but the wrath of whatever entities associated with the spiritual pantheon they follow. That is huge. It may sound like, oh, yeah, they make promises all the time. But when you make a promise to the spirits and you say, if this happens, I'm going to do this, and you don't hold up your part, fire and brimstone immediately. There's no wait, there's no delay. As soon as you start shifting, they come for you. So think about that when this person comes back to you. Especially regardless of the sign, if you knew exactly what Igbo meant, that part is for you as well. What's the T? Jesus. No facts. Never has facts. This is the person that may have lied, right? Sugar coated, lied by omission. This is someone that may not have told straight out lies, but withheld information from you. This is why even their own spirit team is giving them the side eye. This person is on strict orders to make things right by you or lose everything. You are some type of special. If even their own spirit team is rooting for you guys to get back together, Sag, you are some type of special. Sheesh. Come back, let me know how this works out. Because now I want to know how this plays out in the physical. Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising. Ooh, yeah. You could be on the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp with this divination going on with this Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. Ah, but in your case, be careful. This is not somebody who's praying for you to come back in a good way. This is somebody that has crocodile tears. This is someone that is the great pretender that was mentioned a couple of readings ago. You know, right? Do your own divination, get your own work done through me or somebody else. Shore up your defenses, your wards. Hear them out, of course. Forgive them, yes, but know that they're full of shit, okay? Okay. Your tea. Let me cover up that word because that surely will get us into trouble. And I have to giggle because there's two ways of going about manifesting with a divine feminine or masculine who is truly powerful, right? You could go about it the right way and stand and be that protector, that provider, right? That support system that lets that feminine be free. Or you could try to siphon their energy. This person, they're used to siphoning people's energy. They're used to people doing their bidding and getting whatever they want. This is someone that they themselves can be some type of priest or priestess, right? Because it could be a feminine or masculine. Take what resonates, but it's coming out heavy masculine, right? Who's used to getting their way one way or another. The biggest magic trick in the world is getting someone's head. You get into somebody's head by using your words, right? Especially those sweet words, right? Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. They don't mean well. Not right now, at least. It's not to say this person won't change down the line. They won't realize, right? Because they'll come to a point when they realize their magic they've been using their gifts the wrong way because of how harshly they've had to pay for using their gifts the wrong way. Your guides want you to steer clear of this person because fire and brimstone is loading in 3, 2, any day now, especially around late July. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising. This is another card that has been coming out. I think it came out yesterday for Taurus. The Eight of Knives, which is the Eight of Swords, taking that hard look at yourself. But it's your person. This is the one that has done the work, gone on the retreat, had that awakening moment. I'm seeing someone doing a cleansing in the ocean or at a waterfall. This is someone who's definitely, they could be a Virgo leaving that party, or Libra leaving that party lifestyle behind. Aquarius, the T, wasting time, stuck, no changes. This is also the person who's wondering if it's too late, if that door is closed, if you have completely turned your back on them. This is someone that while they are committed to do the work and they've had cleansings and they release some karmic attachments, they're wondering, well, if they're not going to take me back, was doing all of that worth that? Worth the change? And that's something that they have to come to peace with before your guides and their guides will allow them to come and have that sacred conversation with you. Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising with the mother of wands, right? That queen of wands energy. Realizing that you're one of one, Realizing that is that a Beyonce song? Realizing that you're the only one that they want to pour into, that they want to give everything they've got into. This is someone that honors you, and they always have. You always held a sacred space. They were just not good at showing you that for their own self handicapping, self sabotaging energies. They could also be a Pisces. You could be Aries, Leo, Sag. Um, but they could also be a Pisces that just wasn't good at love. They might have been good at other things, but not good at love. But you've motivated them to want to be better. What's the T, dearest Pisces? You may be in the energy of not wanting to hear your Pisces or hear this. If you're a Pisces, hear this Sag, Aries, Leo that's coming back to you because you feel like you've heard this before. You've done this before. You've given them chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. This time is different. This time it really feels different. It really feels like this person has done the work. They've done everything in their ability to actually stand by their words, to actually make that promise and do right by you because they don't see themselves doing life without you. And that is something they've actually said to somebody. Aries, sun, moon, and or rising with this Five of Baskets, this Five of Cups, this energy of crying over spilt milk. You're also in the energy, or your person is in that Four of Wands energy, deeply reflecting on how badly they fumbled you, deeply reflecting on how badly they wronged you, and wanting to make things right. Let this person process it. Let them come to you in their own way, in their own time. What's the tea you need to know? Not to say anything. Now that you know this, let them do the work. Let them come to you when they are ready. Any moment before, you will accidentally sabotage their healing journey. They have to go through the thoughts, they have to go through the motion, they have to go and seek and gain the wisdom on their own without your help. Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising, that Nine of Coins, which is that Nine of Pentacles. You two have a promising future together. This is definitely a union that has been written in the stars. Rest assured that your person has done the work. Just make sure if you take them back, you don't bring up anything they did in the past, right? Because you guys are not going there in that direction and they're not that person anymore. Your T is stalker. The messages we've been getting in the short videos, both on TikTok and YouTube, about somebody watching your social media, you know who it is. You know who's been driving by, falling asleep outside of your house, being too afraid to call, being hurt because they're making up scenarios in their head about things not going, about things they think you have going on, but only exists in their head. That person that can't get you out of their head, that's who's coming back. Think about giving them a chance, right? They're not stalking you in a bad way. They just can't help themselves from wanting to be around you. They miss you. They miss everything about you. Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. I feel like you've gotten this card before, Gemini. Everything that you've been pouring into your life, into your work, into your business, into your relationship, into your home, is going to reap good benefits. You've already started a change during your birthday season. You've already been given the heads up, right? Because that came out during Gemini season about what big change is coming. Continue to flow with the changes because everything, right, regardless if we label it good, bad, or otherwise, is bringing you to that ultimate happily ever after, that ultimate wish fulfillment. The T that you need to know is, oh, You're in your Cardi B energy, right? Master manifester energy, and things are happening quickly. It feels like it's like things are just popping off one after the other. It's one yes after another. I love that for you. Hey, let's celebrate that for everybody who is starting their winning era, and it's all green lights, right? All gas, no brakes. I love that. The people who don't love that for you, they're watching from the sidelines, right? Do not feel, and I know one person is going to be, I know exactly who's going to say this. I don't care, right? They could do whatever they want. That don't bother me none. Don't let their, because they're going to come for you. And they're going to try to make you feel guilty because they feel entitled to enjoy this winning season with you. Ah, ah, ah. You've heard it before, not just Gemini, but the collective. If they didn't help you cook the meal, they didn't deserve to eat. They don't even deserve the crumbs that fall off the table. Call the exterminator now and get them out of your life before the real, I mean, if they're this mad now, because the blessings, as big as they are small compared to what's coming. So if people are in their feelings now, let them go. For some of you, especially the one who has somebody deep in their heads about how to make things right by you, right? Fumbled you because they listened to the poor advice from their friends, right? Those friends, they're realizing we're really scavengers eating off their crumbs. They didn't want you around because your person was pouring all of their energy into you, doing all these things for you, right? Which left little to no time for them. And they weren't having that because this person has always showed up for them, right? They could be a Gemini moon, right? Going to their emotions. This person was always there, right? This person had dealt with this one and that one and that one and this one, but then you came along and now they want to be a husband. Now they want to be a wife. Now they don't want to hang out with the fellas and go to the party and go to the strip club. Now they just want to be home. Oh no, 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 no. But it feels like this person has come into this realization, right? They could also have those Virgo placements that they don't want any parts of this, right? They've actually told people to go get their own cheese on their own. They're done. Mm. Some of you in separation, your person has completely severed ties to a bunch of people that they have no plans right now of ever reconnecting with. I think this is a little bit too much, this little image for social media. So we'll cover that back up. All right, let's see who's here, what you guys are chit chatting about. Well, hello, Samika. Good morning. We're starting with the YouTube side. Hi, Miss Nicole. You were right on time. Happy Wednesday indeed. Bolded has so many remixes. You know, I haven't listened to them, but now I have to. Hi, J Max. Hi, J Max. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. If you heard me slurring my words a little bit, it's because, I don't know, somebody doesn't want me to speak. If you can't think about a reconciliation, think about forgiving. Thinking about before you go to sleep, or maybe the first thing when you open your eyes in the morning, envisioning that person in front of you, like really envisioning them, seeing if you can even trigger your olfactory system and smell them. And once you have that vision of them, look them in their eyes and tell them about themselves, right? Any way you choose, and forgive them. And then see how you feel after that, right? End that conversation and see what changes in the physical. You all have the ability to speak to your person telepathically. We've had this ability since we were born. Somewhere along the way, we were tricked out of believing that it no longer existed, right? That feeling you have, right, for those of you who are mothers and fathers, right, when you know your kid is hungry, right, whether they are a month old or 11 years old, sometimes they don't even realize they're hungry. You got to sit them down and say, eat, right? You get that intuitive nudge because you have that connection. We have that connection with everybody. This is how readers read, right? This is how I'm able to do what I do, right? Because I could pick up on your energy, I could pick up on the collective. Bonus for me, I have the angels and saints and your guys that come and in my ear to help you along your journey. Use it. For those of you that really want to pop off on your person and tell them about themselves, okay, do it in spirit, do it telepathically, and then see what happens in the physical. Science 2939 too, we need to talk. Kang Koopa de Don African. I'm guessing you going back to the Igbo. Okay. Coming over to the clock app side, and I know a couple of comments probably got. Oh no, they didn't. Sometimes when I scroll to the top, there's it's like you could see that the comments got cut off. Gina. Hi. How are you? Hi, gorgeous lemon guidance. How are you? Miss Rose. Ew. Hi, Pink Lotus. Mm-mm-mm. Yunasawi. There's a lot of healing you need to do before that can ever even be considered. Getting back is off the table right now. Gina. Well, that's what they're there for, right? That's why you were stopped on this morning to have a seat, right? So we can have a conversation without having a conversation, but you got what you needed. That girl Jill said, I'm grateful that you were able to join us. I'm grateful for everybody that stayed with us throughout the whole live, right? Spending this part of your day, your morning with us. Hi, Keen Bean. How are you? Mm-mm. He's a Taurus. I'm a Cancer. Hey now. Hi, Empress 3333. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Georgia girl. How are you? Oh, Guillotine Creations. Sending you loves and hugs. Now, if you lost yourself in the situation, right? And oftentimes those types of relationship birth our awakening. They birth some kind of sacred ascension, right? To be drugged through the depths of feeling those feelings, there's some kind of awakening that happens at some point of the journey. If that person comes back, consider hearing them out. But anything beyond that, make sure they've gone through that same level of transformation. Make sure they've done something to do that deep dive within self towards their own healing and their own spiritual growth. Because that will answer whether or not it's a risk or something that has great rewards attached to it. Something that's attached to your abundance, to your prosperity, to your wish fulfillment, or was just the catalyst to send you on your sacred awakening. Hmm. Something to think about. I feel like it's the latter, but something to think about. This is probably how twin flame unions got all misconstrued and misunderstood because of how it pushes us, right, to that sacred awakening, to that sacred acknowledgement that there's more than life than a 9 to 5 in Hennessy, right? There's more than life than having a house, having a car, doing the kids, and we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And when that connection to source is deep It is a beautiful experience. You'll get to see the magic in everything and everyone. And once you have that awakening, there's no going back. There's a sacred peace that is associated with it. But we have to get knocked out of ego. Those barriers we put up, right, from childhood experiences, childhood traumas that we picked up along the way, they prevent us from having that deep connection to Source, that deep connection to the Most High. And that's what delays our blessings and our miracles and our manifestations and our happily ever after. These soulmates we come across, by the way, you and I are soulmates. We're all soulmates. We've done this dance before in other lifetimes. Teaching each other how to return back to Source. I can't say your name because that's not very clock app safe, but Ochosi is in Orisha. I'm skipping over the personal questions because, you know, get a personal reading at Dreams 711. Mig, I feel like I haven't seen your name in months. Or am I tripping? How have you been? How are you? I hope you're taking care of yourself. I'll be doing a cleansing on my birthday, as you should. And if you could get to the water, even better. If you guys on your journeys this summer can get over to a waterfall, because I saw this last night and I don't know who's it for, but get to a waterfall where you could actually go under the waterfall safely, maybe lay on a rock. There's a place in Jamaica, um, Port Antonio, or near there. There's a place called Somerset Falls, and they have a rock, right, that the waterfall just falls onto. If you could get to some place like that, you don't even need to bring anything else. All you need is the waterfall and the rock, cleansing of your life. You'll come back with your own spiritual awakening, your own spiritual level up. So if you can get to a waterfall with that type of setup, go for it. How would I know? Guillotine. You have to trust your intuition, not your ego. Because now that all the cards, no pun intended, have been laid out in front of you, your ego's like, oh my God, yeah. You have to first simmer it down and give this person space. Sometimes, because our ego can be a real bitch and it just gets in the way. Have a code word with Source, have a code word with the Most High. Show me sunflowers when it's time for me and so to reconcile. Show me a yellow car if this message was really for me. And when you have that code word, you set up that code word with Source. You set up that code word with the Most High. Say it in your heart. Don't say it out loud because there's negative spirits, mischievous entities around us all the time, and they would love nothing. They're like gremlins. They would love nothing more than to throw a a rock in your day, right? To throw you off your course. But when you say it in your heart, only the Most High can hear you. Okay? I'm going it through it right now, sending you big hugs, Keen Bean. Call me, right? And enjoy your trip in Cali and make it to the beach. It's definitely those of you who have a higher spiritual calling, get your tickets to the beach ASAP. If you can safely do so, right? Because some of you are in areas where it's that season where you get that type of that red. I forget the name of it. It inundates the shores and makes it hard to actually go into the ocean. Get to the ocean, get to a waterfall. Everything else will fall into place. It may not magically fall into place the same day or the next day, but it will. Okay? Okay. that is the message for the collective. I feel like I got to everybody's comments. If you missed any part of the live, right? Because when I do the readings for the sign, we start with the sign of the moment. So since it's Cancer season, we go from Cancer to Gemini rather than going from Aries to Pisces, right? Like traditionally, I used to do that, but it's more fun this way. As soon as we click off the live, it's immediately available on YouTube. Feel free to put any comments. I do get back to the comments eventually. I do get back to my DMs, and personal sessions are available at Dreams 711. The biggest thing from today's messages is forgiveness, right? Letting go of the heaviness of what that person did, how they lied, how they shook your life up. See, identify, outline, actually say, you know what, this was pretty fucked up, but I learned. Write that down somewhere. I had to stop a call. And it threw me off. Because good, bad, or otherwise, they left you with something sacred. Something that has left you forever changed in the best way possible. Depending upon where you are on that journey, it may not you may not see it. It may not look like it right now, but they did turn that pain into power. I pray that everyone has an amazing day filled with blessings, joys, peace, and your manifestations becoming your reality. Remember who you are. Remember your magic. Remember your own ability to create the life of your dreams, and do it. Ashe.